What's up guys? Today we're going to talk about my December EDC, but before we get into this, as most of you probably already guessed, I am in fact back in Alaska a lot sooner than expected, which is honestly a good thing, and I'd be happy to tell you I will be able to make more videos more often. I really hope you enjoy them, so before we get into this, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more of this very wintry Alaska awesomeness. Let's get into this. So guys, as you can already see from the table setup, that things have changed quite a bit around here. I mean, naturally, I'm still rocking some of the regular stuff that I've been rocking for quite a while, like the Leatherman Blast, which I've recently done a review on, and my watch. The Timex Expedition Sierra still hasn't changed, though still really need to change the straps on this thing. My Zippo lighter with the Ranger band. Good old, you know, Burt's Bees, and my flashlight, same one. I'm thinking about changing this up here pretty soon, but I haven't quite yet. And the wallet, of course, and the Bible. As you can see, these are older and have probably been with me since my first EDC video. Other than that, so I decided, since I've been carrying the Benchmade Barrage for such a long while, I decided to change it up to the Sebenza, a large Sebenza. And you've probably seen the reviews on this. It's one of Matthew's favorites, and it's also had a lot of footage time done and pictures as well. I'm actually preferring it to the Barrage, just simply because it's just a heftier knife. It's more solid. The Barrage, it doesn't feel just as solid and stable as the Sebenza does when I flick it open. The edge retention is also a lot better than the Barrage. And I'm actually, in all honesty, I'm not used to a spring assist blade like the Sebenza. This is more what I am used to, in fact, along with this kind of locking mechanism, which is the frame lock. I'm more used to a knife with a frame lock. And overall, I've really enjoyed carrying the Sebenza. It feels kind of like an honor. It's like I was promoted and found worthy in order to carry this knife, kind of a deal, because this is definitely one of Matthew's favorites. And if anything were to befall this knife, I would be in some really deep hot water. But anyway, guys, I really have been enjoying carrying the Sebenza and using it for multiple different uses, such as opening boxes and cutting cardboard and stuff and such like that. General run-of-the-mill all-purpose folding knife. As you can see, I've also got the Spyderco Matriarch, and as you've probably guessed, this is not changing. This is my #1 defensive option at this time. Being in Idaho, I really didn't carry neck knives because on me they're a little bit more noticeable, and in Idaho people are not used to that. So I just felt safer with the Spyderco Matriarch. I could just hide it really easy, and it was just as deadly and effective as having a neck knife. And I've learned how to whip this thing out really fast and have it ready. I've overall really enjoyed carrying the Spyderco Matriarch, and I really appreciate the Emerson Wave feature, which, as you've seen in the reviews, I can activate this blade by catching it on the material, and it automatically pulls it out and gets it ready to fight if the need arises. So now onto my belt, and I know in every single EDC update I say, oh, I'm probably not going to change my belt. If you remember from my earlier videos, I had the hobble belt and I wore that for a while, and then I had the Hank's Old World harness belt, which I wore for an even longer while, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'll change it up. Well, every time I say I'm not sure if I change it up, I always end up doing so. So anyway, guys, this is Hank's Gunner Utility Belt. As you can see, it has all the holes all the way up to the buckle, so it can adjust to any notch. It could also, ironically, be used as a tourniquet, which in a recent circumstance was almost necessary at one point, which that's a fun story for another time. Anyways, I've really enjoyed this belt because it's thicker and sturdier than my hobble belt, but not as thick and bulky as the Old World harness. I do love the roller on the buckle. I do wish it had a keeper. As you guys know me by now, I really like having a keeper on my belt, but I'm not going to complain too loudly because other than that, it's just been a really good belt. I find myself going for this belt more often than any other belt that I own currently. Another really big change to this EDC would be my very own brand new iPhone SE. So with this puppy, what happened was with my slider phone, I was under a person's plan, and when I was sent to Idaho, I had to upgrade to a different phone and get my own phone plan. So I ended up just getting an iPhone. I probably, if anything, I really don't like using this phone as much. I really liked my sliding and flip phones a lot more. But overall, I mean, it's been a real blessing because now I can actually sell things that I'm trying to sell and whatever. I can keep in contact with friends and family members over social medias, which again, I'm hardly ever on, but when I am on it, it's kind of a blessing to be able to catch up with people I haven't talked to in years. Overall, as you can see, it's just got a very standard case, which seems to be working pretty well because I've already dropped this phone like twice in the about 3-week period I've had it. But overall, it's been a pretty good phone. Holds its battery really well, and that's all I've really got to say about that because honestly, I'm really not a phone person. Also, as you can see, I've kind of updated my writing instruments. I've got still a Sharpie that I've been rocking, but I got 2 new pens, and these are better quality pens than the pens I had been carrying. Just a G2 Pilot and a G301. Just 2 pens. I mean, I don't think anybody's really raving about pen brands. I just like that they're functional. So that's my spiel on my writing utensils. Instruments, oh geez. You know what, I'm gonna leave that in the video because I need to correct myself on that. Also, guys, as you can see, I'm still rocking the different paracord bracelets. At this point, I've got an unlimited number of these things, so I'm always changing them up. But my honest to goodness favorite bracelet of all time is my ferro bracelet with my ferrocerium rod woven into it. But I haven't been wearing it because I haven't really been hiking because, as you can see, it's pretty cold out. And also, you guys, I've got oh, it's frozen to the table. Jeez, yeah, no, it's all covered in ice. Anyway, I've got my carbon fiber and silver bicarbon 6, and that's also not changing anytime soon, as far as I'm aware, unless somebody else has anything to say about it. No, I'm kidding, just joking. Also, guys, another really big change is I am now equipped to carry the Glock 21 on a more regular basis, so I am adding this into my EDC. I have been carrying the Glock 21 since I got back up to Alaska when we go on hikes and stuff. When I get more comfortable with just carrying it around, I'll probably carry it just about as often as Matthew carries the Glock 19. But anyway, guys, it's really nice to actually have a gun that I can actually carry regularly without restrictions and stuff and such and the like, but really appreciate having such a good reliable gun on hand. I've actually been sporting a shoulder rig, holster, and magazine carrier for the Glock 21. I'm used to the hip holster, and I prefer the hip holster because I'm really new at wearing this shoulder rig. Overall, this is a really nice holster setup, and I'm getting used to it, and I think I'll probably really enjoy carrying it more in future. I just need to adjust to it because I've never carried a shoulder rig, but once I get more accustomed to this shoulder rig and everything, I will, in fact, start doing a review on it this spring probably. But it's been it's held up really nice. Don't ask me what brand it is because I have no idea. But anyways, guys, it is nice to be able to carry the Glock 21. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick look at my December EDC. As you can see, quite a few things have changed this time. Anyways, guys, God bless, and I'm out.